Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wildlife is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today we're going to tell you
about Vikings. The Vikings were people who lived in Northern Europe during the Middle Ages. They originally settled in the Scandinavian lands that are today the countries of Denmark and Sweden and Norway. The Vikings played a major role in Northern Europe during the Middle Ages, especially during the Viking Age. Did you know that the world's oldest parliament was established by the Vikings in Iceland?
the word Viking actually means to raid in Old Norse. The Vikings would board their long ships and head across the waters to raid villages on the northern coast of Europe, including islands such as Great Britain. Also, it's just a myth that Vikings wore horned helmets.
Eventually, the Vikings began to settle in lands outside of Scandinavia in the 9th century. They settled portions of Great Britain, Germany, and Iceland. In the 10th century, they moved into the northeastern Europe, including Russia. They also settled along the coast of northern France, where they established Normandy, which means Northmen.
By the start of the 11th century, the Vikings were at the peak of their expansion. One Viking, Leif Erikson, son of Eric the Red, actually made it to North America. He started a brief settlement in present-day Canada.
The Vikings were good sailors. They used the positions of the sun and stars to find their way at sea. They sailed in wooden ships called longships. Rowers and sails moved the long ships across the seas.
The Vikings also made cargo ships called Nar for trading. The Nar was wider and deeper than the long ship, so it could carry more cargo. At the Viking Ship Museum in Roskilde, Denmark, you can see 5 recovered Viking ships. You can also see how the Vikings built their ships. The Vikings used a shipbuilding method called clipper building. They used long planks of wood and overlapped along the edges.
Writings called sagas provided some of the information about the Vikings. Sagas were stories Vikings told about their history and mythology. Icelanders wrote down many Viking sagas in the 1100s and 1200s. Vikings also enjoyed poetry, music, and dance.
After the thousands, the Vikings were no longer an independent group of warriors. Some mixed peoples of the lands that they conquered. Others settled down in their homelands. The homelands, too, became more stable. Eventually, they each became a united single country, rather than collections of warring kingdoms.
Thanks for watching
this Adventurous Kids episode.
Yeehaw!
Stay blessed.
What did you learn today?
Adventurous kids.
Adventurous kids!
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous kids!
Adventurous kids.
Adventurous kids!
Yeah!